So let me ask a question first and foremost, because I when I read about you guys, when I first was like, okay, so what's up with this band? I'm like, holy crap, they're from Liverpool, and I'm going, and I want to know from your perspective, is it like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, we're from the same town as the Beatles, and you hear that a lot, yada yada yada, or is it like something that you guys are into? Tell me about that.
I just always found it cute. I'm quite proud of it. I think like it's the Beatles are the obvious one, but there's just like tons of amazing bands. There was like a big explosion in the 80s, wasn't there? And I just always found it, quite nice. What about you, Doc?
Yeah, I also found it quite nice. I think it's quite a lot of people in Liverpool are in bands. It's like a cultural thing. Like especially when we were kids, like almost everyone we knew was playing in a band or would know, someone who was playing in a band or a brother in a band or something like that. It's just sort of thing that you do. Yeah,
like if you were referencing someone to each other, like if me and our old drummer would be saying about like, oh, some cute guy, would be like, which band is he in? Like, or if you were saying like, oh, do you know that girl such and such? Like, which band is she in? Like everyone was in a band, and it was kind of it was true. It was the norm.
That's really interesting. It's funny because usually when you think of Liverpool, the identity goes immediately to the Beatles, but I didn't know that there was like another sort of thing that happened in the 80s as well. That's very interesting. I was not aware.
Well, that's all Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Echo and the Bunnymen and
Julian Cope.
Dead or Alive.
Those are all Liverpool bands?
Yeah, everyone who was in the charts in the 80s pretty much was from Liverpool for some reason. OMD.
Wow. That's something in
Flock
the water,
Seagulls.
Man. Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah, they all lived on the same little street. Like,
this is crazy. This is really crazy to me. And what's his face? The guy from Flock of Seagulls. He has what we were trying to figure out on the show one day. We're like, this is like a devil lock before the actual devil lock, but what do you call it? Because it's blonde. So we decided that it was an angel lock. So the Flock of Seagulls guy, he started it all with the angel lock way before the devil lock in 1979. Something to be proud of. I think.
Apparently that came about by accident. He was trying to do a quiff, and like seconds before they went on stage, someone just came up and slapped him in the back of the head, and he just fell down over his face, and he had to go on stage like that. But then
and it stuck like that.
Yeah, look at his hair, and they wouldn't have done.
That's what happens.
I believe so.
It's what they say. If you hold it like that, it'll stick like that forever, and that's what happens. Now, one other thing, and I'll shut up about the Beatles. I'm a huge Beatles fan. I love the Beatles. I've read many books on the Beatles. One last thing: is it true that is this like? And maybe this is just like an outsider thing, and that this is not true, and you guys can confirm or deny that. So is it like there's some sort of like spider web, like somebody is like there's like, it's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon when it comes to the Beatles because of the locality in relation.
Yeah, of course. Because everyone's mum or auntie at least was like there, or uncle was there at the time, and like has some sort of like connecting story, whether it's like, oh, my nan's son went to playgroup with Ringo, or like, oh, like John winked at my mum in the cavern when they were playing, like, it is like that, isn't it, Doc?
Dog.
What?
Paul McCartney is my auntie's dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's what's like so. That's what's so interesting about that. So to see that about you guys and be like, whoa, these guys are from Liverpool. Like, this kind of blows my mind. Like, really does blow my mind.